Hey, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be looking at this really nice Schrade SC 505. Bunch of ducks flying around there. Pretty cool. Scrimshaw series from Schrade. This is a large stockman. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the scrimshaw history and a little bit about this stockman right here. If you'd like to see more, check out the video.
Mine.
I'm not going to
Let her see it, baby.
That is cool looking.
Let Sissy see it. Let Sissy see it.
This is high tech.
I like those.
Nice.
Okay, how about more?
Is it fun?
It doesn't make you sound, but we thought it was really cool.
Those shoes.
Seems like Olivia's into dragons.
Let me see, Olivia. Can I see it?
You need to look up.
Is it a hydra?
I don't know what a.
Is that what you call it?
I don't know.
Hydra.
Hercules.
Hey, welcome back to the fortified castle where fortunes are found, desires are fulfilled, and happiness is the order of the day. And today we're going to be looking at this really neat little knife right here. And I'd like to say hi to all my viewers. I hope you had Merry Christmas. I hope you had Happy Holidays. Everybody's safe, back home, relaxing, working off that Christmas dinner. And I'd like to say bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, and konnichiwa to my foreign friends. And so what we have here is a scrimshaw series from Schrade. And it is an SC, let's pop her open here. SC 505. And that is the large stockman. What you have here is brushed stainless throughout the knife. You can see that on the back there. These knives are a little different than most Schrade knives because you have nickel silver pins. See that there? Nickel silver, nickel silver, nickel silver. And brass liners. And amazingly, there is no gapping whatsoever. And apparently in 1996, Americans knew how to make a knife without having gapping in the back. And somehow, when the new millennium hit, I think it was Y2K, wiped out all the records, and Americans forgot how to make a knife properly. But here you go, 1996, no gapping in this knife whatsoever. You have Delrin scales, and these Delrin scales are kind of yellow, kind of white, and they're supposed to imitate ivory. And what you have here is a scrimshaw. And if you've never had one of these knives, they're pretty cool because this is a deep design placed onto the Delrin and then inked in, blacked in. I'm not really sure what they used there. They might have used ink, but it's really nice, you know, really nicely done. This is a great series, a lot of interesting scenes that they put on these knives. Really nice. And it's a stockman, as you can see. Traditional stockman blades. Let's look at that blade. Nice clip blade there. This knife has been well used. No swedging. These knives were always advertised as limited editions. And amazingly, you see it right there. There's a 0167 on this knife. And let's look. You have a nice spade blade there. Nice broad spade blade for use, whatever you choose to use it on. Looks a little dirty there. I have cleaned this knife up, but over time, I guess it's gotten dirty. This had Schrade's brushed. I think you can still see it. I can't get it in. There it is right there. You still see some of the brush finish on it. But when I clean these knives up, I went ahead and polished them up. You shouldn't do that as a collector, but I did anyhow. And then you have your sheep foot right there. Really sharp. Real nice nail nicks, easy to access. Nice action on the knife. It has pretty good snap ability. And you can see the top square there is pretty good looking. See if I can get a better shot right there. Pretty cleaned up. Don't have those gouges you see nowadays in knives. Ends of the back spring. Well, they look okay. There's a little bit of gouging on those back springs. Overall, just a really good looking knife. And this series came out in I've heard guys say they come out in 74. I doubt that. So I don't know. Maybe they did, but they first show up in the 1976 catalog, and there were only 2 knives in 1976. And I think that ran to 1980 before they added to the series. It was a pretty popular series for them. This is a Schrade 800, Model 800 in the Open series. And I need to re-dye this Delrin. I was just thinking about that, getting ready for the video. But if you put it right over it, they're exactly the same. So this is a 808. And I did have an Uncle Henry 885. Same thing. They're exactly the same. These are Model 800s, is what they are. And let's see. If you get a series, one of these scrimshaw series, somewhere in the scene is the artist's signature, and that is right there. We're going to look at it real close. Right there. You see a signature, and then 96. And that's how I know this is a 1996 model. And usually they're somewhere in the scene somewhere. But really good artistry. Really cool. But man, if you're an outdoors person, these knives were just crazy. I don't know what really happened with this series. Maybe it was just Schrade was, they were struggling by 1990. But by 1999, there were only 3 advertised. So they were producing less models. And in 2000, the only model I saw was a limited edition. I think a Ducks Unlimited one. And then after that, they don't show up in the catalogs at all. They may have done 1 or 2 on a one model limited basis, but they were pretty much out of production by that point. I just think they kind of trailed off. And the thing that's really neat about these knives is you can find them used, and a lot of times this black has come off, but this design is imprinted into it's not photo etched. So a lot of scrimshaw in the 80s and 90s was photo etched, but this is actually imprinted into the Delrin. So all you need to do is take some ink and put it on there, wipe it off, or some paint, wipe it off, and you'll have your renewed scene in there. So I wouldn't be afraid to buy one of these where the ink is off of them. If you get a really good price, just re-ink them and, and then you get yourself a nice one. They have a little inscription plate on the back. I don't know, that's never struck me as particularly elegant, but some little flourishes there and a little place to scribe your name if you wanted to. So that's it. They're 4 inches. This is a large stockman. I think these things will run. I've seen them as small as 3 7/8, and I've seen them as big as 4 inches. This one is not quite 4 inches, but it's almost 4 inches. So there was some variation in the length of these things when they made them. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for your support. I'm looking forward to a new year, and I hope you are too.